Hi ladies, are you ready for a sneak peek of some of the new occasions catalog things? I ordered the Petal Passion paper, the organdy ribbon that's part of the suite, and the embellishments. My 10-minute creation today is using those things. Here's the outside and the inside and the envelope. Join me in the craft room and I'll show you how I made this one. I have some new fun products for you today for my 10-minute creation. I am going to use the Sunshine Sayings. Now I know that's not new, but I'm using the Sunshine Sayings and I'm specifically using You Are My Sunshine and the flower. I am also using, and here's where the matching punch, and then here's where the new stuff comes in. I'm using some of these gorgeous and fun little embellishments from the Petal Passion suite in the Occasions catalog that's now live, or if not, it'll be live in a few days, so look for that. I'm specifically going to use this little leaf embellishment, so I've got that, so that's new. I am using some of this new organdy ribbon. I love little skinny ribbon like this, so I'm using some of that. I'm using rose red ink. I am using my Whisper White card that measures 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. I have a piece of rose red cardstock and it's 4 by 5 1/4. And I am using some of the fun Petal Passion DSP. It's all black and white, and my creations of the month is using this paper, so make sure you look for it. It'll be out in a few days. I specifically chose this piece of paper because I wanted something kind of neutral to pair with it. And then I have a piece of Whisper White that's for my sentiment, and it is 1 inch by 3.5. And then I have a piece of rose red that's actually 1 3/8, I'll get it yet, I can't think, by 3 5/8. So it's 3/8 bigger than this piece. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to ink up my sentiment, and I put the 2 words on a long block, and then what I did was I inked it up and stamped it on scrap to make sure it was straight and adjusted it. Now hopefully it's straight. Sometimes my eyes fool me. I'm going to make sure my paper is perfectly straight, and I'm going to come down. Look at that, perfect. Now you're saying, but there's this hole. Watch what I do, watch what I do. I am going to attach, oh, I forgot to tell you, I always have my general stamping supplies off to the side, you know, glue dots, dimensionals, snips, bone folder. All right, I'm going to put this on here like so. All right, and I'm going to get my ribbon, and I'm going to take my ribbon and I'm going to wrap it around, and I'm going to tie it, but I want it tied so that it's down, the knot is at the bottom. You see where I'm headed? All right, now I'm going to use my scissors and trim that. Okay. I have a pair of scissors that I use for ribbon only. You will ruin your scissors cutting ribbon or fabric with it, so always have a pair, and I always have one in my workshop. All right, now I cut that at a real thick point or thin point, and I'm going to thread this through. I think I'm going to try anyway. That's better. Play with your bow to get it so that it doesn't hide your sentiment, but I want that ribbon in the middle of those two. So once I get it there, to keep it there, I'm going to use a piece of tear and tape and put on the back. So I'm just taking the tear and tape to keep that ribbon there so it doesn't move. Now I can add my dimensionals to the back. This is going on my piece of rose red. I'm going to put it on this way because this just looks like that's the way it needs to be. I always look at my DSP, especially for things like this with leaves, and say, oh, that one looks like it should go that way. To me, there is an up and a down. I know other people say there's no up or down, but to me, there is. See this piece, if I put it this way, see how that just looks funny? I turn around, it changes it all together. And I'm going to put that right in the middle. There we go. I retied my bow. It was driving me crazy, and then I stuck a glue dot underneath of it to hold it in place because it was just interfering with the sentiment. So there's my card, the inside, and the envelope. I hope I've inspired you today, and you'll come back next week to see my next 10-minute creation.